Welcome, podcast fans. It's time for the What's Up Bro podcast show, presented by J&J Production Studios, the home for all your entertainment needs. All kinds of great topics discussed every week, a variety of different themes offered, special guest appearances, prize giveaways, and so much more. Stay tuned. And now, here are your hosts, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Well, a very happy Friday to you all, and you know what that means. It's time for another episode of the show. Plus, it's the start of the weekend, and if you're like me, oh, you can't wait. It's incredible because it's Thanksgiving week coming up, excuse me, and that means an extra long break from work, and it's just incredible. It's amazing. Cannot wait. Looking forward to the 11 days off. What more could you ask for? It's going to be awesome. And, of course, the best way to kick it off is to spend the weekend with you guys. So we're so glad to have you here. It is I, Sam Crow, along with Big Hoss. How are you, Big Hoss?
I'm good, and I got something to say.
Okay. Oh, special news bulletin. Hold the phone. Go ahead.
I know the link was sent, you dumbass.
Okay. Well, I wasn't make sure you had it. That's all.
I was
sometimes,
just fucking with you.
Well, sometimes I don't know if it shows up right away, so I just like to give you a heads up because sometimes.
Oh, it showed up. I knew what you were doing.
Well, and then the problem too was the internet's kind of been wonky, so it slowed up. So I'm like, oh shoot, did it actually? I had to check the send folder. Like, did it actually send? Because it looked like it froze. So it's a whole mess. Let's get our fire going here before I get really launch into it. So I forgot to set that up. I'm trying to make some adjustments. We got a special episode for you guys tonight, which we're going to get into in just a moment. I want to get our fire started. There it is. Let's make sure we mute it for a commercial because, of course, naturally, there's always going to be a commercial. There we go. It just kind of adds a nice little ambiance there for you guys. And let's make sure it's running. There we go. So I hope you guys had a great week. It's been pretty busy, and I will say a couple new changes and developments for today, which is going to be fun to share because Big Hoss hasn't heard these yet. This is kind of neat, too. But so... For starters, you guys know, too, I'll do this one first. This is a fun one. So Big Hoss always makes me hungry because he always has a snack and I don't eat first. I actually just finished dinner earlier tonight, so I'm actually full. So here's the fun part. We ordered out tonight because we've been cooking this week. We got from Arby's. And if you guys out there check out Arby's, make sure you can get it in your area. They have a special new limited edition item to the menu in honor. It comes out streaming on Paramount Plus this week, The Good Burger Movie 2. Home of the Good Burger, so I had myself a Good Burger. It was really good, actually. I don't know if you ever watched that. You see that show, Keenan and Kel? You have seen it,
yes.
Okay. So I had an actual Good Burger. I've never seen that before. It was really cool. And who gets a burger from Arby's? Usually that's home of the roast beef. But I figured, what the hell, you know? So it was really good. Excuse me. That's gonna get to my second thing. Plus with the strawberry milkshake, which we will have later, we're gonna have movie night, so I'll have that with some popcorn. So we saved that. But it was really good. So I'm actually full. So Big Hoss is not gonna tease me with food tonight because I already had my dinner. There is that. Eventful day for me. This is the second reason. You'll have to bear with me. I'm a little under the weather there. I had to go to the doctor this morning.
With mac and cheese?
Actually, oh man. See, I just can't. Every single time, I haven't had mac and cheese in I don't know how long, so now he's going to sit here and eat this in front of me. That's okay. That's fine. You enjoy that. So, also had a busy day. Went to the doctor this morning. Started taking medication. I got some bronchitis going on here, so you probably will hear me hacking a bit, so I apologize in advance. I did try to take meds before we started, so I give myself a chance to be able to talk. Other than that, though, things are going pretty great. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving week is coming up. I can't believe what are we now? We are 6 days technically from Thanksgiving. However, my family is celebrating on Sunday. So we are actually going away on a little mini vacation. We're going to actually have Thanksgiving feast at the resort where we're going to be staying. So it's going to be a fun week. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff happening. And we got a lot of stuff going on here too. We got this very special episode tonight which we're going to get to. But we got a couple announcements we're going to share. I'm only going to make it short and sweet so we get into this. We're going to start with the first big announcement. Actually, this is kind of a two-parter. So the first part is a reminder for you guys. We'll remind you tomorrow night. There will not be an episode of the show next Friday night because we'll be getting back from our vacation. However, next Saturday night, we have an extra long episode. And Big Hoss, tell the folks, what is so special about next Saturday night's episode, and why are we going
It's
longer?
my birthday bash.
It is. Where's our sound effects? Thank you. There it is. Give it up. Woo!
I can't hear it.
I know you can't. They'll hear it though out there, so it's pretty good. Yes, it's our birthday bash. If I can speak here, we are celebrating our good friend and buddy here, Big Hoss. It's his birthday, and although technically it's not your actual birthday, we are still going to celebrate with you and get you the festivities started early to kick things off right. We want all of you guys to please show up there, be there, and thank you. We got some new subscribers and some new people listening, so thank you very much. Come and hang out. Have a good time with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be incredible. We are going to party hardy. It's going to be a great time. So we're going to start most likely a little earlier that night. So, and we're going to run it a little extra longer just on a special occasion. So set your dime, set your clocks, your alarms. Next Saturday night, November 25th, I believe that's what it is. I want to make sure I double check. Yes, it is. Not sure. We'll announce the time on social media next week sometime when we have a definite, but it most likely will start a bit earlier, maybe like an hour or half an hour or an hour earlier. We'll see how everybody's doing, but we want you guys to tune in. Check it out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time, and we want you to play some games. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff. We'll see what goes on. You want to know what's going to happen, you have to make sure you tune in, so please make sure you do so. Big Hoss will appreciate that. We'll be so happy to have that there. So that's going to be next Saturday night, November 25th. Mark your calendars. Time to be determined. Check us out on social. What's that?
You're gonna order me a pizza for dinner.
We could do that. We could see about doing that for that. That's sure. I'm not sure how that could work. I could try that. That's interesting.
To my bank account, then I just.
Yeah, that could. Oh yeah, that's true. That could work too. I didn't think about that. That's an idea. Yeah, we could do that. So yeah, we're gonna party. We're gonna have fun, and we want you guys there. So make sure you tune in for that. It's gonna be incredible. We'll send out reminders throughout the week again, but. And then the only other small announcement, we'll do some other announcements tomorrow night. We want to get right into our show, but we are going to be, actually, this is kind of a two-parter. We do have, we're still working on the website, actually a three-parter. Hopefully we'll have that beginning of next year. We are going to be upgrading one other feature that we have that we're going to do starting next year as well. We actually do have another surprise coming in there. We were contacted by the artist that did a lot of our artwork, like our logos and everything, the cartoon logos, gave us a special discount offer, which we took advantage of. And so we're going to have, I guess you could call it sort of a little intro mini commercial, which is being under development. So first and foremost, thank you to the artist for that. You know who you are. We appreciate that if you're listening. We'll be happy to share with you guys upon completion. It's about a 7-day project. It should be in next week. So we'll see how that goes, but really excited. I've seen some of the artwork that he's done before. He sent me some information on that. It was really neat, and so because he kind of gave us a half off deal, I kind of took advantage of it. Figured why not. We're always looking to upgrade little things here and there. And actually, one more bonus one. Huge shout out and thanks to our good friend Deanie, who we will be reappearing on his show on Vigilantes Radio sometime probably in the new year, for running our commercial and promoting us there. We've actually had some growth since he's been doing that. We got several more episodes. He's going to do that. Perfect time for the holidays. And of course, you guys know we have our holiday episodes coming up. Of course, Thanksgiving. And we're going to have that celebration coming up. Probably, we might do that tomorrow night, in fact. I think that might be our show for tomorrow. I don't know if you want to do it the weekend, but that's going to be your birthday bash. I don't want to overload it with stuff. So I think we'll do Thanksgiving.
What are we doing tomorrow?
We'll have our Thanksgiving special tomorrow night.
Okay.
I know it's a little early, but I don't want to really jam pack that because we don't have an episode on Friday, and I want to focus strictly on your birthday next weekend. So we'll do that. Tomorrow night's episode will be our Thanksgiving special. I know it's a little bit early, but again, we usually see you guys on the weekends, so we want to celebrate as much time as possible with you guys as well. And that's about it. Of course, check us out on our link tree there. Find all the social medias you can find us. You guys know the drill. Shouldn't have to go through this. It's a whole laundry list. Look us up. It's not hard. You'll find us. So tonight, I was thinking about this, and it totally slipped my mind. I'm sure Big Hoss wasn't thinking about it last weekend, too. And based on the title for the episode, I know it's a bit late, but tonight is going to be our Veterans Day special because we very unfortunately had forgot to mention that last weekend. So much stuff going on. We apologize, but we do want to do this. It's still November, and it's still an opportunity to...
You still have the pistol
The what?
The pistol effect.
Yeah, actually, we do. We can do that. We do the salute. We'll do that for sure tonight. Yeah, we can do that. In fact, if you want, let's do that right now because that's a great way to kick off the show. So, actually, I think it's 21. Are we going to do 21? I can do 21 if you want to do 21. Let's do that. All right. So, yeah, we do have our, just to give you an guys example, you'll hear it. There you go. So, in honor of Veterans Day, before we kick things off, we are going to give a 21-gun salute. So, let's count these down together because we want to make sure that...
That's 21 shots, right?
21 shots. Yep, we'll make sure we count them down. So, here we go. So, in honor of veterans and all of our veteran service members that have served in past and present wars, this is all for you. We're going to talk a lot of history about the military going in, all that kind of stuff. Show some highlights for that and do that tonight. But we always start with our 21-gun salute. So, let's do that now. Let's count it off. Here we go. In honor of our veterans, we salute you. Let's count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. There you go. 21-gun salute to all service members, and a special honor for those that have fallen in the line of duty. We thank you so much for your sacrifice. I know you all can't hear that, but we honor those that have given their lives for our freedoms that we enjoy today. We wouldn't have it without you. So this episode is for you, and again, a huge memory slip on our part, totally our error, but we don't want to let the month of November go without doing this. So that's our episode tonight. We're going to share that. We're going to look up some information there. I want to see if we can find some stuff to talk about with it. I like that one. That's the voltage, right? That's the blue one?
Yeah, the voltage.
I actually just finished. I prefer that flavor, but I had been hankering for Code Red, so I just finished the last Code Red that I had. The other one I really like is Baja Blast, which sometimes you can find it in the store, but not all the time. So take it when I can get it. So there's that. So let's see. Yeah. Actually, that hits the spot. I get vouch for you there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Google Veterans Day. Let's actually start. Oh, that's coming up. Let's see here. Veterans Day history. Let's see if we can get some information. I want to see. Let's see. There's a couple different things here. This is from the History Channel. Let's see what we can get. So here's a little. This is just a small little thing about the history of Veterans Day. Why we celebrate it. Why it's important. So we'll read through this and then we'll chat a little bit here about it. So Veterans Day is a U.S. legal holiday dedicated to American veterans of all wars, and Veterans Day 2023 will occur on Sunday, November 11th, which was this past weekend. In 1918, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, on armistice or temporary cessation of hostilities was declared between the Allied nations and Germany in World War I, then known as the Great War. So that means all fire, like a ceasefire temporarily between both sides. Commemorated in many countries as Armistice Day, the following year, November 11th, became a federal holiday in the United States in 1938. In the aftermath of World War II and the Korean War, Armistice Day became known as Veterans Day. Interesting. So this goes a little further. Let's do some more research in the background here. We got a couple other things to read here. So, oops, hang on a second. Apparently there's commercials here. I'll mute that. Armistice Day. So the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919, marking the official end of World War I. Nonetheless, the The armistice date of November 11, 1918, remained in the public imagination as the date that marked the end of the conflict. 1 year later, in November 1919, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11 as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. The day's observation included parades and public gatherings, as well as a brief pause in business and school activities at 11 a.m. On November 11, 1921, an unidentified American soldier killed in the war was buried at Arlington National Cemetery, near Washington, D.C. On the same day the previous year, unidentified soldiers were laid to rest at Westminster Abbey in London and at the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. On June 4, 1926, Congress passed a resolution that the recurring anniversary of November 11, 1918, should be commemorated with thanksgiving and prayer, an exercise designed to perpetuate peace through goodwill and mutual understanding between nations, and that the President should issue an annual proclamation calling for the observance of Armistice Day. By that time, 27 state legislatures had made November 11th a legal holiday. An act approved by May 13, 1938, made November 11 a legal federal holiday, dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. In actuality, there are no U.S. national holidays because the states retain the right to designate their own, and the government can only designate holidays for federal employees and for the District of Columbia, or D.C., the state capital for those that don't know that. In practice, however, states almost always follow the federal lead. Now we transition from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, which is what we know today and what we celebrate typically. Which, kudos to Big Hoss. I did see your post out there. You actually, I think you beat me to it, and I'm like, son of a gun, I totally forgot about it, so kudos for you for that. Actually, a lot of people beat me out there. I'm usually pretty quick on that. I look forward to Veterans Day every year, so I'm slipping. I guess I'm getting old. I don't know. A lot going on. But anyway, so American effort during World War II saw the greatest mobilization of the U.S. Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force in the nation's history. More than 16 million people. Some 5.7 million more served in the Korean War. In 1954, after lobbying efforts by veteran service organizations, the 83rd U.S. Congress amended the 1938 Act that had made Armistice Day a holiday, striking the word armistice in favor of veterans. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the legislation on June 1, 1954. From then on, November 11 became a day to honor American veterans of all wars. So there's that correlation in case you were ever wondering. Excuse me. That good burger's really hit me there. So, the next development in the story of Veterans Day unfolded in 1968 when Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which sought to ensure 3-day weekends for federal employees and encourage tourism and travel. By celebrating 4 national holidays, Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Columbus Day, on Mondays. The observation of Veterans Day was set as the 4th Monday in October. The first Veterans Day under the new law was Monday, October 25, 1971. Confusion ensued as many states disapproved of this change and continued to observe the holiday on its original date. In 1975, after it became evident that the actual date of Veterans Day carried historical and patriotic significance to many Americans, President Gerald Ford signed a new law returning the observation of Veterans Day to November 11th, beginning in 1978. If November 11th falls on a Saturday or Sunday, which it actually, if I'm not mistaken, it did this year too, right? Because I think it was on a Saturday this year, yep. The federal government observes the holiday on the previous Friday or following Monday, which most people, I think it was Monday this year, had off, respectively. Government offices are closed on Veterans Day. And then lastly, we have, I beg your pardon, it's going to be one of those nights, Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, we have a couple of one here. Great Britain, France, Australia, and Canada also commemorate the veterans of World War I and II on or near November 11th. Canada has Remembrance Day, while Britain has Remembrance Sunday, the second Sunday of November. In Europe, Great Britain, and the Commonwealth countries, it is common to observe 2 minutes of silence at 11 a.m. every November 11th. So very similar to what we do here in some cases, but maybe the time frame a little differently. And then lastly, in the United States, an official wreath-laying ceremony is held each Veterans Day at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery, while parades and other celebrations are held in states around the country. So here's a little fun fact. So this is for Big Hoss there. See if you know this answer. I'll give you bonus points. What is the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier? Do you know this one?
It's a Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Okay, well that's Wait, where's my? Hang on, wait. Where's the? Okay, stupid question. What war does it pertain to? Should I put it that way?
I don't know.
Okay, it's the American Revolution. So there you go. Got you on that one. But kudos, that was a good answer. I was not expecting him to say that. So there's have egg on my face. So that's kind of a big holiday there. Let's see, what else do we have? Veterans Day is not to be confused with Memorial Day, a common misunderstanding, according to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Memorial Day, the fourth Monday in May, honors American service members who died in service to their country or as a result of injuries incurred during battle. While Veterans Day pays tribute to all American veterans living or dead, but especially gives thanks to living veterans who served their country honorably during war or peacetime. So there you go. Just a little insight, little tidbit for you guys. And we do want to say off the bat, we are very, very grateful for our veterans who, have sacrificed so much. And, I know I don't want to say it's overstated, and I know everybody says this every year. It's just as equally true, but our veterans gave up a lot. If you go through the history of the wars throughout our country's great scheme of from start to finish, start to where we are now, we sacrificed a lot over a long period of time. And I think it's sad in a lot of cases where people tend to forget that, and that's why we, like anybody else, we want to pay tribute and pay attention to that and hopefully help educate you guys as to why it's so important that we pay respect to our veterans. Because we've said this, I feel like we talked about this last weekend, maybe it was. I've said this before too, now I want to share this too because Big Hoss is getting into his wise old years here. These generations are getting different now. These kids today don't appreciate things like they used to, right? So...
Yeah.
And I think the worst of it is we're still young enough to feel cool and hip and all that stuff, but a lot of young people don't spend time with older folks. They don't see the value, they don't respect them. There's a whole lot of variation of reasons why. But in this case, when we pay honor to our service members that have risked their lives, literally, and maybe lost some limbs, maybe even lost their lives, a lot have, we can't proclaim to know what that's like because we've never been there. I never had the privilege. You never had the privilege to serve there, so we don't know what it's like firsthand. But, for all the years, as Big Hoss gives himself a manicure here, so all the the years that I studied this American history and the wars going through that. Are you going to paint those nails too?
No.
I kind of grew and have a huge respect for why the significance Veterans Day was so important. And so, if you're a younger listener especially, take heed to this and really pay attention for this because you'll be really happy that you did. Whether that's acknowledging maybe a grandparent or a relative that has served, or even just a neighbor or somebody that you know that gave everything, that fought for the freedoms that we enjoy. And we take that for granted a lot today. So, really just take a pause and reflect that. And you don't have to swoon over anybody in that case, but don't ignore them either. Give, like we talked about giving Thanksgiving its proper place. Like, I'll share this story in a minute, but because we're going to take a break shortly here so I can get a drink, and then we're going to play some tunes too. But just be really thankful. And if you haven't told anybody you appreciate them for their service, please do that. I try to do that whenever I have a chance to meet veterans because it's just so huge. It's monumental. Like, that's the easiest way to do it. So, don't ever take that for granted. If you have a chance to thank a service member, do so, okay? We implore you for that. That's really important. So, I've had members of my family in service. I'm sure you've had members in your family that have served. You may not know specifically, but I'm almost positive there's at least one. So, it's just part of that culture there. So find out. And if you're curious, ask your family members. Try to do some research. Do some ancestry type deal with your family history. You'll be surprised. I learned, actually, one of the interesting notes, and I had family members that did this, or a whole family tree kind of a deal. I actually had a family member who served during the Civil War. I'm sure I had more than one, who ended up fighting for both sides started on one site, ended up on another, which is something I never knew before. I'm curious to do more research to find out more details, but you'd be surprised what you can learn. You'd be surprised who you might be related to. You might be related to somebody famous who served in wartime. You don't know. I've seen a lot of those videos pop up now where a lot of celebrities are getting their ancestry checked and they're finding out that they're related to these historical figures from certain critical points in history. So that's something to look into. Definitely check that out. But we want to give Veterans Day and veterans the respect that they're due, as Big Hoss coughs up his lungs. They're like me. We're just a pair tonight. Yeah, this is kind of going to be one of those nights, I can tell you. We're coughing for different reasons, but it's going to be one of them nights. So if you can't hear us through that, then you're screwed. Sorry to say. But yeah, give it its due. And this is what's going to lead me to this story I want to share. You know, we've talked about giving Thanksgiving its rightful place. I know Christmas is coming. Everybody's getting in the spirit. I get it. I understand it. But let's not rush things. So, as I mentioned earlier, I went to the doctor this morning. I had to get prescriptions filled because I had medication to take, which I went and got after I finished work for the day. And I literally walked into the pharmacy, and the whole store is all Christmas. There's trees everywhere, there's lights everywhere, and decorations. I'm like, holy cow, Christmas threw up in here. They had this one. I was looking at. There's this one little corner area where they had Halloween decorations, like 75% off on clearance. I was tempted to get one. They had headstones there. I didn't tell her this. Maybe next year. I actually might run over this week. But anyway, that's a whole separate thing. But it's astounding how people are just jumping right into it. And again, I understand it and I get it. And, you know, for a lot of you guys, maybe for time's sake, it's just easier to get a head start. But for Pete's sake, can we at least get to Thanksgiving and have the respect for that too? Like, we still have our Thanksgiving decorations out. We have a turkey. We have a pumpkin that we got from the pumpkin patch, and we have little things we can stick into it to make it look like a turkey. So that's a good one. That's the Mountain Dew talking there. You know, that's going to be, we have that for sure. Like, now, you're not decorating your apartment right away, right? You're not in a rush to get Christmas stuff out, are you?
No.
I mean, but why would you, like...
Well, remember, I left mine up good into the year this year.
That's true.
It was summertime and I had mine up.
Yeah, that's right. You had the tree. I really wish I could do that. I'm not going to be able to do that, but I wish I could, because it's almost like, now here's an idea I want to float this by you guys listening to, and don't shoot me down for this, but what if you had a small enough tree, like, you know, maybe a tiny, just leave it up all year long. You know, if you have a spot in the house it's not in the way, and, you know, you don't have animals and pets that are going to bother it, why not just leave it up all year round? Like, all that work, like, look at Halloween. Like, a lot of people decorated late, and then it was over, and then, like, I see all these big skeletons coming down, all these huge 12-foot, you know, outdoor standing decorations are all coming down, and it's like, seriously, what's the point there for that? But why rush it? You know, why get in a hurry? I mean, it's fun and all, but now you don't go crazy though when you decorate your apartment, and you know that. But now, what about in your neighborhood? Do you ever see crazy people that are like so lit up, like that's like...
Yes.
Yeah, see, everybody has that. We have that now, and it's incredible. Like, who pays the electric bill? I mean, in all seriousness, like, can you imagine what your electric bill would be a month based just for like December alone? I mean, I shared this story, and I used to deliver papers. I had one lady, she always had she had at least 5 or 6 inflatables out front. You know how much energy those take? And the thing of it is that's even weirder was she let them run 24/7. Like, some people, like, their lights go off at midnight, you know, and turn off, and you save. These perfect. Our time's gonna run out soon anyway. We'll take a break when the clock runs out. These people, like, it's incredible. Like, who has the money to pay these electric bills in all seriousness? So, I mean, it's a different world we live in. Obviously, the cost of living is higher too. But I think a lot of people are doing makeshift decorations too. I think that's just a big thing as well. But I just don't. It's funny. Like, you can tell who the regular decorators are. You can tell who, like, for instance, we had a guy that's down the road from us. he goes hog wild. Like his whole yard, you can't see an inch of grass. He's got inflatables. He's got all these decorations. And then this past, like, right, I think it was this last year, or this year for Thanksgiving or Christmas last year, nothing went up. I'm like, that's weird. Nothing, coming up. And then come to find out, he actually had died. So I'm like, oh, that explains why there's no there's no decorations out. But it's just funny when you see that. And you guys, all you probably know that. You know at least somebody who's kind of the the Griswold family, if you've seen the Christmas special there, who just has to light up everything. It's really hysterical. And sometimes you see 2 or 3 people. It's really incredible. And I don't knock it. I love decorating, but I just feel like, starting this early, you get the Christmas decorations out before you even have your turkey. Like, I don't know. It just seems kind of strange to me, but I can hear you. You're kind of faint, but and we're kind of delayed there. I think you're having a lagging problem there. I know you're still there, so if you can talk to us, you can. That's fine. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's just my 10 cents on. That's just my opinion on that one. So, you know what I heard today actually, and I feel like I don't know if you tried this with your family, but somebody told me you definitely have to try deep fried turkey. Like, you've got to try it, and I'm like, you know what? Probably next year. You're gonna give yourself whiplash there, man. I've really wanted to try it. In all honesty, like, is that what you guys are doing this year?
No.
Do you know if you're not deep frying it this year? Did you deep fry it last year?
At the bar we did.
That's right. Yeah, you had that thing. Or you haven't? You're not. Well, you guys don't really go to the bar much. Are you gonna have a Thanksgiving at the bar?
We're going there for my birthday.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, tell them you want deep fried turkey on the menu and just have that and roll with it. But yeah, I really want to try that because it's like usually it takes like a 3.5 hour, 4 hours to make a turkey in the oven.
Make sure it's completely defrosted.
The turkey, okay, that's good to know.
Make sure it's completely defrosted.
Did you find that out the hard way?
No.
Okay, how do you know then?
Because that's how the fires are started.
Makes sense. I've also. Well, here's another piece of tidbit advice I was given. Make sure that
don't do it in the house.
There is that too. I also
go outside.
I've also heard because you're using peanut oil and it's really hot, don't do the deep frying near a propane tank.
No.
So if you do that, you're dumb enough for that. You got a problem. I mean, that should just be common sense. But yeah, I want to try that. That really does sound good. I mean, I'm not a huge deep fryer kind of eater, but with a turkey, especially one that's large enough, I think it'd be really good. So I'm going to propose that for now. Usually if Miss Eliza makes a turkey, she usually brines the turkey, so she pumps it full of water and does that, which is not bad.
A good idea.
It works out really good.
Not with the deep fryer.
Not with the deep fryer. No, we don't just regularly oven baking the turkey. But that's another good option too. But deep frying is definitely on the menu because we haven't tried it and definitely want to try it. So there is that. So, and again, I'm still going to push for I like your idea. That's going to be next year. We're going to mix it up. We're going to have turkey and ham. We're going to have a whole taboo of different meats. I want to have a whole Thanksgiving meal, just meats. Like, forget these crappy side dishes.
No, I got to have the sides.
What's your favorite kind of sides?
Very big casserole.
Oh, with the little crunchy onions on top and the mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mine is candied sweet potatoes. I might
get some of that stuff and make some one of these days.
Go for it. I want to do candied sweet potatoes, candy yams. They're really good. And of course, mashed potato. There's mashed potatoes, corn, green beans. There's always the standard vegetables, but the only thing I'm not Thanksgiving happy on is I'm not a big cranberry sauce person. So I can have it in small dosages. I just can't have it, with a lot of stuff. Just not one of those kind of things. So, but at any rate, you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving turkey. We definitely want to hear more about that. So, which kind of gets us off topic. We'll get back on our track for that. So we're talking Veterans Day today, but just a fun side note for that there too. So we do have a couple holidays that we do celebrate recognition for our service members, but Veterans Day is the biggest one for the year, and I've been reading too. There's very few veterans that are left that are surviving. I think it's World War II. I think there's one veteran left who is, if I remember the article correctly, I feel like he's like 106 years old. And according to the National History Records, he's the last known living service member from World War II, which is incredible. So, and I know it's not always everybody's cup of tea to do history, especially when you go to school. It's not everybody's. But, learn something from that, because the whole part of this, and this ties into it, is we need to learn and educate ourselves, especially to grow in the future. And by that I mean we shouldn't shortchange or stiff ourselves an opportunity to further develop our mindsets and to grow. Because I got to tell you, and I know, like I said, it might be a little bit different for Big Hoss, but you can probably relate in some aspect. The kids today are not like it was when I was growing up, and probably not like when you were growing up. It's just a lot worse now than it was 20-some years ago. And, like, if you remember growing up, like, we all had our troubles. Like, it wasn't always peaches and cream, but have you seen some of these kids today? Like, I've had all these kids, like, riding the bus and stuff, and I'm not talking high school kids. I'm talking, like, these, like, 6-year-old kids that are talking like they're 21. I'm like, I had a kid telling me how to drive. I'm like, you're telling me how to drive? You want to drive?
You were driving?
Well, now they have me driving, so now I'm doing runs and I'm taking kids to school and stuff. So
you're actually driving a bus.
I'm not driving a bus. I have to get licensed. I'm driving the bus vans. I drive a van for like the
Oh, okay.
So, but these kids are just, I've never heard like some of this stuff. It's just incredible. I mean, I'm like, where do these kids come from? They always say kids say the darndest things, but I mean, this is like, you can't make this shit up. But I'm like, what's happening to our society? We have kids. I got 11-year-old kids talking about my boyfriend broke up with me. Like, try getting out of high school and seeing what life's going to be like. I mean, don't give me that stuff. So the point of it is, I weep for the future because we've said this many times. I don't think kids are going to be prepared, and they're not getting the quality they need. It's not because they're not being taught. They're choosing not to pursue their education to, get smart and do different things. And we've said before, we say it again, don't limit yourself, right? Put yourself in the best possible scenario to find a job that you love to do or have an opportunity for growth. Now, there are some people that do fast food and work there. If that's what you love to do, that's fine. We don't knock that, but don't limit your potential, because why should you, right? That's a fair point. But yeah, it's incredible, like how, I don't know why society is the way it is, and that's why I say, like, when we celebrate, we mention our veterans for that, and it's only a couple times a year. Like, we don't have to do it every day. We should be thankful every day, but there's at least one landmark holiday that we celebrate that in recognition and honoring that, because they deserve that, and we deserve to give them our thanks and recognition for what they did, because, again, until you actually go through it, you can't imagine what it's like and what sacrifices were made. And ask anybody nowadays that serves too. There's a lot of family members that still do it, and sometimes both mom and dad go, so it's really a huge life changer as well. So be more invested, and that's the whole point of this whole topic we're going with, is be appreciative and learn something. And whether you like it entirely or not, that's not the issue. The issue is, do you give it the respect that it deserves? And if you don't, you should. So that's just an example, putting it out there. We're just about to run out of time here, so we're going to run a commercial. We're going to have to wait a little bit, so we're going to run a little longer commercial. We're going to start with some festive tracks for our Veterans Day and remembrance. We salute all of our veterans. Thank you so much for your service. We applaud you, and we just can't thank you enough. Which, in fact, Big Hoss probably won't hear this anyway. He's going to get cut off soon, but there he goes. Let's give a round of applause to our veterans there. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice that you paid. Let's give it up. Thank you. Yep. We really appreciate you guys and what you've done and what you continue to do. Those that are current service members, we're just as equally thankful for you all. So that's why we're here honoring our Veterans Day. And again, I know we're a little bit later, but better late than never. We want to at least do our part in service and recognition and be thankful. Because again, topic of Thanksgiving, that's our theme for this month, is to be thankful. And we're thankful not only just for the food in our bellies, but for the men and women who serve our country, to defend our honors, and to give us the freedom that we have today. Stay tuned for more, you guys. We'll take a break. We're going to come back for more of the show. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Let's stop our fire here so it doesn't go out on us. If I can find... I got to remember to open the right one. There it is. Perfect. Plenty more to come here at the show. So glad to be joining you guys and hanging out on Friday night. Hope you all are looking forward to your weekend, and have a great weekend. Do all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, go at it. Go crazy. Go nuts. Spend time with the kids. Whatever you choose to do, just enjoy it. Enjoy that quality time. Take it for what it's worth, especially with younger kids, because you might not get that opportunity again. We hope you guys make the most of that. We'll be right back for more. Stay tuned. Do not go away. Plenty more of the show here at J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Come on back. Stay tuned.
Hey audio fans, are you looking for fun and excitement? Have you been searching for that special show? You know, the one complete package you want in a podcast? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show and experience what true entertainment is all about. Stay tuned and don't miss the action. Available on your favorite streaming services, including YouTube. Thank you for all your support. And as always, we'll see you at the show.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned.
there. Do you love podcasts? Are you having difficulty finding the right ones to listen to? Is it frustrating when you're trying to pick that show? You know, the one where everyone must collectively agree on? Like finding a good movie or TV show to watch, do you look for the most jam-packed entertainment that's possible to find in a single episode every week? Then search no more, and welcome to J&J Production Studios. It's our business to provide the best entertainment and information available for you. Whether you're sitting in that comfy chair with your favorite snack and beverage listening live each week, or downloading your favorite show episodes to take with you on the go while you're at work, exercising, or even just to play at night for you to fall asleep to. There's something for everyone, no matter what size, shape, or age you are. Visit www.linktree.com/J_J Production Studios to find all the streaming services where our podcast shows can be found. You can also connect with us on your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. You can join our public Discord server and chat directly with us. But wait, there's more. You can subscribe to our official YouTube channel and be notified every time a new show is broadcast. Wish you could have some studio souvenirs or collectibles? Guess what? You can. Visit the official store where you can purchase items featuring your favorite podcast and show hosts. Would you like to help support us? You can do that by getting your very own exclusive membership on our Patreon account. All proceeds go to help us upgrade our shows, which will only enhance the entertainment provided to you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as an audience. Your love and support are always appreciated. We'll see you soon.
Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
Yeah, welcome back to the show, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out there. Hope you enjoyed those commercial breaks. Always fun, always entertaining, and hopefully just as informative, if nothing else. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. We put a lot of time and effort into that, and we're so grateful for how they came out. If you're just tuning in live, though, welcome. This is the What's Up Bro podcast show, brought to you by, of course, the one and only J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. We're just getting everything back in order here. Let's get Big Hoss back in. If I can type here, let him know. We'll get him back inside here with us. Cannot type for the life of me. Let's get our fire going. So we are, and I know it's a bit late, but we are recognizing and celebrating. This is kind of our Veterans Day special. We want to acknowledge and honor the service members who sacrificed a lot to give us our freedoms that we so richly have and deserve there. And just to say thank you, and really just to pay honor and respect for that, because it's really important. It's super, super important, massively. And we want to give the right respect like it deserves. So we apologize. Just scheduling, everything's been crazy, so kind of slipped the mind there. We got so much stuff booked up coming up. We have our Thanksgiving special tomorrow night we're going to do because of the time frame, because we're leaving, and no show next Friday. Then, of course, we have Big Hoss's birthday bash Saturday. So things get pretty hectic around here. So, yeah, I mean, that's just par for the course. But we do make it work, and we're trying our best. So hopefully we'll be able to accommodate that as well. But we're going to go here just a little bit yet. We'll see if we get Big Hoss here. I did let him know we're back going on. There he comes. Let's put that down. Let's make sure he gets back in here. Actually, it's going to delete my screen anyway. Let's turn him back on. And I lost the screen. There's so many screens. There we go. Fogging up your glasses there, eh? You awake and alert there, Jethro?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. But yeah, we're glad we have this opportunity to give credit where credit's due. We did this last year. We're going to do it again next year too. Saying a major thank you especially if you know somebody or have a family member you want to share with us. Let us know. Hit us up on social media. We'd love to hear about their service, and if they want to share. If you are a service member and you want to comment for us, please do so. We'd love to thank you personally, but we're just so grateful for everything that you guys done, and I wish there was a better way to say it, but we're going to definitely finish off. We have to do another 21 gun salute when we end the show tonight. We just have to. I think that's very appropriate, so we're going to do that to sign things off when we do that, but we have a lot of great stuff coming up for you guys. Thanksgiving special tomorrow night. We can swap some recipes, talk about some of our favorite foods there. My Thanksgiving for our family will be Sunday, so we're going to have ours early, and then you're going to your mom's. You guys are having it on Thanksgiving, right? Yep. So, and a lot of you guys probably listening to are going to have it on Thanksgiving. If you're traveling too, be safe, though. I know a lot of people travel Thanksgiving, but just be cautious. We want everybody to get there safely as possible. So, but it's going to be a great time. I mean, the basis of it, like any holiday, even like Christmas, it's just about spending time with family, with friends, and, you know, really just making the most of those opportunities, because you don't know how many opportunities you get, and sometimes you don't see family for a while, and this is a great chance to catch up, and sometimes, you know, it's just another way to reconnect when family's willing to travel, or you travel to them. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. You're looking forward to Thanksgiving with your mom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be different because obviously grandma's not there and your brother's not there, but at least you have, you know, some family. So, you know, and everybody's got family spread all over the place. Sometimes you can't always all be together, so that's always could be a big thing. But it's always good to have somebody. So if you don't have somebody, find somebody. If you want to have Thanksgiving at Big Hoss's house, let us know. Please mark it to this address.
No.
Happy. I was waiting how long I was going to see from to catch on that little trick there. So no, we're good. But we're looking forward to it. We hope you guys will enjoy spending Thanksgiving. We're going to have our impromptu Thanksgiving tomorrow night, and we will spend it with you guys to get you in the right frame of mind, the right mood.
Not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Saturday.
I know, but we're going to do our Thanksgiving show because we're not going to have it opportunity. It'll be after. Yeah. So because that's what I was saying before we got you back in. Like, no, if we had a show on Friday next week, we probably would do it then because it's like just after. And I don't want to lump it in. Your birthday episode next weekend that's our primary focus. So I don't want to like do multiple things. So we are going to have a birthday bash. We're going to have Big Hoss plastered everywhere. It's going to be fun. Cannot wait. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be great. Who knows what kind of shit's going to go down. So stay tuned. Find out. You can't miss it. There's always something fun going on around here. So you shan't be disappointed. I promise you that. So please be sure to tune in. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it at all. You hear me? Okay, I'm done with that. I can't do that. Anyway, so it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. And we hope you guys will tune in and join us for that too. So come back tomorrow night. We're going to do our Thanksgiving special. We're going to actually get ready to wrap things up here anyway because I think Big Hoss is going to need to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed soon too. I'm exhausted. I've been falling asleep in the chair nights anymore, so I can barely stay. I can't watch a whole movie anymore, apparently. That's how you know you're getting old. So I'm going to try it tonight. We'll see. But it's just one of those things. But we hope you guys had a great week. We hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And we hope you'll tune in tomorrow night for our Thanksgiving special. Come join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's the season of the turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. If you're a vegetarian, well, sucks to be you. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's what it is. We understand that. So we just hope you guys will tune in for us and join us and have a great time. We always do, and we love having you guys be a part of that. So come on back. We'll see you soon. It'll be here before you know it. I promise you that. So as we get ready to sign off, Big Hoss is going to say goodnight to you guys. But before he does, you have a big public service announcement. What is that, Big Hoss? What's very important that we must tell the viewers every night?
If you're going to drink, don't drive.
Please be responsible. If you go out to the bar, get an Uber. Don't drive, people. Buzz driving is what?
Drunk driving.
There you go. Buzz driving is still drunk driving. Don't drink at any point in time. So there you go. Very important. Big Hoss, give your well wishes. Tell everybody how much you love him, and you'll see him tomorrow night.
Good night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.
We will be here, you guys. Thank you so much. Of course, you know, too, as I'm saying, I say this because I'm ill, too, but hopefully you guys feel better. If you're sick, go get checked out. Get yourself feeling happy and healthy for the holidays because why not? You deserve that. Everybody should have fun with that. Let me turn off our fire here because I always forget to do that. and I don't want it to burn out. Yes, I know it's a fake fire, but humor me. I have very few pleasures left in life, okay? So take care, you guys. We love you all so much. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much for being here with us. We will see you same time, same place, same channel. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. Bring snacks if you want to. Big Hoss, I'm sure, will. I likely won't be eating as early, so I'm going to be drooling over whatever he eats tomorrow night. You still got me thinking about that mac and cheese. Now I might have to rethink about my snack tonight because I had a whole thing planned, and I shot that to hell, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think I have any mac and cheese. That's the unfortunate part, so thank you very much for that. But anyway, we're just kidding there. Thank you guys so much, sir. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care. All the love and support you guys give, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you. We still can't, and we love each and every one of you in your own unique way. Whether you've been here from the start or you're brand new, it's all the same to us. We value you guys so much. Take care. Sweet dreams. Sleep well. We'll see you guys again soon. Thank you, of course, as always. Good night and goodbye for now. And, of course, never forget it, because it's always true. Until next time, when we see you at the show. Good night, everybody. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you for listening to the What's Up Bro show. Catch all the latest live action on your favorite podcast streaming services, including Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. You can also check out episodes on the studio's official YouTube channel. Subscribe and become a member today. Don't forget to also turn on notifications so you'll know when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned and don't miss a single moment. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, we will see you at the show.